This is a review of the book Deep Work by Newport, who is a computer science professor at Georgetown University and author of several self-help books including So Good They Can't Ignore You and Deep Work. This review is about the latter, which talks about ways to produce meaningful output and working at maximum efficiency without increasing the amount of time you spend on it. This is a fantastic book, hence the review. I first heard of this book from the Investors podcast, which talks about all things value investing as well as books that billionaires recommend or read. They have also reviewed this book, I believe. I will put a link in the description below in case you'd like to check it out. This is a review of the audiobook version, which should be the same as the paper book or ebook version. The book contains real-life stories and examples that the author uses to explain his well-researched thesis. It starts out with the story of how the psychologist Carl Jung, who was a student of Freud, built himself a place in the middle of the forest, far away from the bustling city, not to get away or relax, but instead to be able to fully focus on his work. Being able to work without distractions enabled him to use his creative mind to spend less time on administrative tasks which didn't contribute to his actual work and focus more on the bigger task at hand. The author distinguishes two types of work, which most people are spending their time with. There's the shallow work, for example, scheduling a trip or replying to email. Then there's the deep work, which require long periods of uninterrupted concentration and ultimately will produce high-quality work and give the executor of said deep work a better sense of satisfaction. It turns out that by getting rid of distractions which don't help with creating significant deep work, you will produce higher quality work and save time that can be diverted to other important things in life, such as spending time with your loved ones and thinking deep thoughts. In order to facilitate the process of creating meaningful work, it's suggested to schedule out your entire day in a notebook by creating blocks of time that you dedicate to specific tasks which are determined ahead of time. Even when things change during the day due to unexpected events, he still suggests to repurpose the time blocks in the notebook in order to adjust to the current situation. One of the ideas behind this method is to be in control of the time you spend working and create a structure that supports the goal of accomplishing deep work. By the way, Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income also schedules his entire day, and it seems to be working for him. There is also a story of how Bill Gates regularly went on a retreat to think deeply, and earlier in his teenage life he would fall asleep while programming on a computer, and when he woke up 2 hours later, he'd continue coding where he left off. Interestingly, I've heard a similar story from Elon Musk while he was working on PayPal. Deep work requires significant energy. Beginners probably will not be able to do more than 1 hour of deep work in a day. If they train it, however, they can achieve up to 4 hours a day of deep work when they become experts in it. Of course, not all types of work allows to be undistracted for long periods of time. For example, CEO of a large company. For most types of situations, however, it's suggested to spend no more than 30% of work time on shallow tasks And if your work requires you to spend more time on shallow than deep work, you should look for another position, as this will have a not so good effect on your general well-being. I definitely recommend this book, and if you're like me, you might want to check out the audiobook version on iTunes, as this allows you to consume a book much faster than reading it. You'll save your eyesight, and you can listen to it while you're doing other things such as cleaning the car or going on a walk with your dog. Although the audio version is more expensive than the text version, the comfort and time you gain is well worth it in my humble opinion. Thanks for listening. Until next time.